What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yeah, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is getting everything it deserves right now, folks. Everything it deserves, and I'm absolutely loving it. You can see by this box office report on Variety, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny whips up a $24 million opening day. And listen, that $24 million includes the $7 million that it made on Thursday night previews. So all in all, from Thursday all the way through Friday, it only made $24 million. It should have did $24 million on Thursday. You know what I mean? Again, it's getting what it deserves because the fans, it's like, you know what? We're done with Lucasfilm. We're done with Disney. You guys have destroyed our properties for too long. And then you decide to come out here and shit all over a classic male hero in order to build up some stupid female character that you just created. You get what you deserve. Okay, this thing has been trending all over Twitter all weekend long. It's absolutely crazy. Fire Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy has been trending. Lucasfilm has been trending. Indiana Jones has been trending, and not for good things. Okay, yeah. So you can see, here we go. Trending Kathleen Kennedy. Let's check it out. Nerdrotic. I've been told from a reliable source that Kathleen Kennedy will be out at Lucasfilm when she lives. Yeah, I know. We can never believe the Fire Kathleen Kennedy rumors. She's gonna be gone when she's gone. I honestly didn't think she could pull it off. I didn't think Bob Iger would let her, but here we are 10 years later and she's done it. Kathleen Kennedy has replaced every one of George Lucas's white male protagonists with a brunette woman just like her. Yeah, they're right. Look, yep, Ray, yep, all of them. Man, it's hilarious, ain't it? It's apparent that Kathleen Kennedy's goal is killing positive male relationships when it comes to marriages and fathers and sons. Lucasfilm is nothing without George, 100%. Look, all of this crap right here, killing marriages, killing fathers and sons. And then when you check out Lucasfilm, Disney's Lucasfilm could never. Look at this. Classic scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, okay? You know, classic scene. And Indiana Jones is a true hero. Here's the thing. Because he's coming back to rescue kids. You know, he could have just took the Sankara stones and bolted. And he had them. But then he heard them kids screaming. And he was like, no, I can't do this. I can't let them kids go out like that. I got to go back and save these youngsters. And that's what he ended up doing. And then he stayed around. He's saving Willie. He's saving Short Round. He's saving the day. The man is a hero. And what does Disney do with him in his final film? They make him a tag-along, a chump, an idiot. Unbelievable. And Hector Navarro says, I need Lucasfilm to understand not everyone grows up to be a miserable old man with a failed personal life. Exactly. Please find other conflicts for our beloved characters. 100%, man. You know, I was talking to a friend about this. If you want to go see it done right, where you have the aging hero getting pulled out for his last job, go watch Unforgiven. All right, with Clint Eastwood. Go watch Unforgiven. Fucking great movie. Hey, Kathleen, go watch Unforgiven, you fucking Hollywood hack. That's the film that pulls it off perfectly. Go watch that film and see how Clint Eastwood pulls off a film about a former legend getting dragged out of retirement for one last job. All right? Yeah, Will Money, he wasn't 100% on top of his game in the film, but he wasn't some fucking loser either. And he wasn't getting upstaged in his own movie by some trick. Yeah. Go watch Unforgiven. If you haven't seen that film, you're wrong. Go watch Unforgiven. It's a phenomenal movie. Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman is in it. Great film. Okay, I think it won like Best Picture, Best Actor. Oh, Gene Hackman. Shit, Lil Bill. Well, how am I forgetting Gene Hackman's in that movie? You guys got to go watch that if you haven't seen it. It's an amazing film, and it pulls it off perfectly. That's exactly what you do with the aging, hero. Oh, he's old, but, he still got it, okay? He hasn't lost a step. That's what you do. So yeah, in my opinion, that's why I say Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is getting everything it deserves.
Deserves got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, deserves got everything to do with it. But let's go ahead and check out this article on Variety. Indiana Jones has begun his last box office crusade with the 5th franchise entry earning $24 million in its opening day from 4,600 theaters. It is a figure that includes the $7.2 million in Thursday night previews. Absolutely pathetic. The release from Disney and Lucasfilm is expected to debut near the bottom of projections with a 3-day opening of $60 million or more. This thing is trash, man. It needed to do somewhere around $150 million, and it's only doing $60 million. Unbelievable. It will be more than enough for the Harrison Ford action-adventure film to land in the top spot on domestic charts, setting itself up to draw crowds through the 4th of July holiday, but it's not exactly the victorious tone setter for one of the 20 or so most expensive blockbusters ever made, with a whopping $295 million production budget, and I guarantee you, with those reshoots, it was more than that. Indiana Jones 5 faces quite the trek to theatrical profitability. Oh, y'all can forget that. Oh, they can forget about profitability, baby. This thing is, we're going to talk about how much money is this thing going to lose, okay? Is it going to lose 100 million? Is it going to lose 200 million? I think it's going to be over 200, okay? They spent a ton of money on this film, a ton of money on this trash, and it's absolutely going to fail in the box office. And then you get to Deadline, Indiana Jones and the Blase box office. Why Dial of Destiny at $60 million opening isn't setting records for franchise finale? Well, I can tell you why it's not setting records, because they don't understand the franchise. They don't understand the franchise. To them, Indiana Jones is just a guy with a hat and a whip, all right? They don't understand what people like about Indiana Jones. They don't understand what made this franchise special, why people enjoyed it. They have no idea because they're not creatives, okay? So why isn't it setting records for the franchise finale? It should be. But you got to understand the franchise. It's the same thing with Star Wars. They don't understand the damn franchise. They see the fans. They see people dressed up like stormtroopers and Darth Vader, and they go, oh, okay, just give them that stuff. That's what they love, right? And we can just do whatever we want to do with the franchise. We'll manipulate it. We'll change it into this. We'll put feminism all throughout it. They don't understand what makes this thing special. Why this thing is what it is. Listen, this is the thing. Bob Iger bought Lucasfilm, but Bob Iger doesn't create. He can buy a franchise, but he can't create a franchise. Notice Disney, that's what they do. They just kind of grab popular things, you know, even going back to like the story, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. These aren't things that they personally created. They just said, hey, you know, we're going to take this property, we're going to adapt it, we're going to make a cartoon out of it, an animated film, and it's great, okay? And they thought that they could do the same thing with Star Wars and with Indiana Jones, but they can't because, again, they don't understand the franchise. They can only buy it. Okay, they're not creative people. They don't understand the process of creating a character like an Indiana Jones. Okay, digging in. And you would think, oh, well, we'll just hire a James Mangold and he'll get, no, but James Mangold don't get it either. He's Spielberg light. I'm not saying he's bad. He's very good at what he does, but he's Spielberg light. The creativity that you need for something like Indiana Jones, it just isn't there. All they're doing is just repeating the same beats that they've repeated over and over and over. You need a creative mind to jump in there and say, okay, this is where I see this character right now. And like I said, a Will Money type character from Unforgiven would have been perfect. You know, Indiana Jones going out on his last job, you know, maybe he's out there in the jungle, you know, still looking for treasures, looking for, you know, all kinds of artifacts and everything. And then somebody swoops up on him and says, hey, Indiana Jones, we need you for this mission, okay? It's still coming to him. We came out here all the way to the middle of the jungle to find you. We got a special mission for you. Let's go. And then Indiana Jones, he's the knowledgeable one. He's the smart one, you know, and maybe he drags along, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character. Hey, you're a good little assistant. Come along with me. You know, you can take notes and you'll learn a little something along the way. And then maybe she has those kinds of experiences and she learned something. Nah, she came in here like ready-made. Like, why is Indiana Jones even in this shit? She knew all the answers. She had everything she needed. So it was like there was no point in Indiana Jones being in this film. Okay? Again, they could have did something like that with his character. I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought about it like that deep, but there's a lot of things you could do with Indiana Jones's character that would have been like 20 million times better than what they did. So yeah, it's not going to do anything in the box office. And this guy says, so what the hell went wrong here with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? Lucasfilm is so precious and fastidious when it comes to developing Star Wars properties. It is. I don't think they're precious or fastidious at all. And the legend of Indiana Jones, or the legend with Indiana Jones, is that these movies could never be made unless George Lucas and Spielberg saw eye to eye on the script. Yeah, again, you had these two guys. That's why. That's what the difference is. These two guys, you can't take Lucas out of Lucasfilm. It just doesn't work. That's his baby. That's what he created. All right, you got to go back to George Lucas and ask George Lucas, hey, what do we do with Indiana Jones in this fifth movie we're talking about? You got to go back to that guy and talk to him. Okay, get his input, get his thoughts. That's all you can do. Without George Lucas, this doesn't work. Indiana Jones is his creation. Same with Star Wars. Like, how do you think you could just jump over the legend, the creator, and go and do exactly what he was doing? Was anybody else doing this back in the day? You go back to the 80s. All kind of Indiana Jones ripoffs were going out there. Did any of them work? No. Why? Because it didn't have George Lucas at the helm. You gotta have these guys. This is what you need. You need good creatives. And even though I think James Mangold is a very good director, okay, and he tried his best, okay, he tried his best to ape Spielberg's direction, but he didn't pull it off, okay, he didn't pull it off. And the reason is because he's not Spielberg. He came up in a completely different era. Back in the 70s and the 80s, you had to be creative. So yeah, again, these guys don't get it. Yeah, he talks about, remember all the TLC that J.J. Abrams and Lawrence Kasdan took in hatching Force Awakens? No, I don't. No, I don't. It looked like all they did was just cut and paste the original Star Wars. Okay? I mean, what is this? Given the black eye that Lucasfilm took on Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker, and Solo from fans, they're careful not just to rush and dump sequels out these days, thus the safety of building up the franchise on Disney+. Yeah, this hasn't been working out too well either. Okay? Again, Lucasfilm, they don't get it. Okay? They don't get it. They don't understand. This is why you're flopping. And you're not going to listen to the fans. What you're going to do is you're going to double and triple down, okay? You might fire Kathleen Kennedy. I think Kathleen Kennedy will probably take her fall finally, maybe this summer. But will it matter? Okay, I did a video about that, and I'll link that one above, too. Firing Kathleen Kennedy doesn't solve anything if you're going to keep doing the same shit Kathleen Kennedy was doing. If you're just going to replace Kathleen Kennedy with another knucklehead that's not a creative, that doesn't understand a damn thing about creating franchises, okay? You need a franchise creator, somebody that did it themselves from scratch. You need that type of person sitting at the helm of Lucasfilm, not just any old, corporate executive. Okay, that's not going to get it done. Anyway, folks, I'm not sure what you're thinking about this. I've been talking too long, but you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this entire box office disaster for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving every piece of this. And we'll be hearing the news soon about Kathleen Kennedy getting the boot. I'm damn sure of that. But you guys go ahead, let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you next time.